Mr. Direct Hit, I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm running my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 19. Check 53. Hey, let's get this.
On first down, Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
20 points down, he's coming.
Double up.
Line him up.
Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? What about the 18-yard line, it looks like? Play action now. Brissett. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Set, 19!
After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, looking to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Here's Watson. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Check, ready. 70 engine. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
First down, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Brissett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by J.J. Watt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
He's going to loft one deep over the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm going to run you over.
Brissett. rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. He's got Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 27, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big time play. Anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 11 yards there, first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 16, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. And he will have a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here some. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go. 53 to Mike, 53. Check 53. Go, go, go. And go.
Now Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano. And the rout is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Brissett again. He's got it to Hilton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They're not ready for this.
On first down, it's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Henry, goodbye. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off.
Brissett sets to throw it. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Play fake. Brissett. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Check 53, Mike.
On second down now, Bellamy. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
53 is the mic. Hey, alert. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the Colts 25-yard line.
Against the mic. No gain on this defense. No gain.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 27, Brissett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Naheem Hines. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Aaron Lynch able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, eluding the tackle. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Set. 19. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Hey. 4 down. 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, 54. Show it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Check 3.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Watson. He wants it all for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get the 1st down and more and send him to 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.